Okay.
All right. How we doing today, folks? It's Sticky here with Sticky's Cabana podcast. We're back, by the way. You know, it's been a little bit since you've seen us. Next to me here, I have my co-host.
The magnificent, the beautiful, the wonderful, the really weird Kim.
Well,
You can't.
you're absolutely correct.
Full of adjectives.
Yeah,
Kim.
good adjective.
Well, the weird part especially.
Yeah,
Come
for
on.
sure. For sure. Across from us here, we have Jackie Fall. How you doing, man?
What's up? I'm
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Good to see you.
I'm glad we're getting started because we ran out of pleasantries
Yeah.
and we started doing content and I had to be like, hey, we got to stop.
We need that for the podcast.
Yeah.
we need that for that. So, man, if you don't mind, tell us about yourself and about your involvement in the music scene here in Columbia.
Well, my name is, my stage name's Jackie Fall. My real name's Jonathan Grajeda. And before anybody asks, you could call me John. I don't care. I don't care what people call me. I don't like Johnny, though. You know, only certain people could call me Johnny. Johnny Bravo's definitely off limits. But, yeah, I know. See, and that's kind of why I'm, like, against Johnny. Some people call me Johnny Be Good. I could kind of jive with that, but whatever. No, I've been in the... like mid-Missouri music scene since like high school.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It really popped off like it's like towards the end of my sophomore year. When I met Dylan Martin, who is now I think he's like CEO PDM or like the CEO of like customer management or something like that. I don't know. I just saw he got its new thing at PDM, which is pretty cool. I remember when he started PDM, but in Fulton, Missouri, he started a venue called the Rhino, and it was like the coolest underground, like hardcore punk rock venue ever. It was one of those ones where like like you could touch the ceiling, like, and we're a bunch of high schoolers that could like touch the ceiling, and of course there's a freaking pole in the middle of it because there always has to be a pole. And my first interaction there was a potluck for Thanksgiving. Now keep in mind, I've been about music prior to that. I learned how to mosh and about hardcore and punk dancing and stuff like that, pogo dancing and hardcore dancing and all that stuff. I learned all that in middle school in New Jersey, but it was like in the middle school we learned that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you know, when you set up a mosh pit at the only exit of the middle school, at the end of the day when everybody's trying to get out, people tend to hate you for doing that. But that was fun. So I finally got to put what I learned in school at practice because that's what school's for.
Yeah.
And I went to this potluck at the Rhino for a Thanksgiving gig. And it was like, he was like, hey, if you bring food, you get in for $5. If not, it's $10. And I can't remember why, but my family had like stacks of those Hawaiian rolls, the freaking amazing things. And my dad was like, here, just take two of these. And I thought it was the stupidest thing. I was like, everyone's going to be making stuff. I'm just coming in with freaking rolls, whatever. Because again, I was an idiot teenager, not realizing how like that was given to us by the gods. Hawaiian rolls were. And I walk in and they're like, oh, sweet, you brought Hawaiian rolls, like $5. I'm like, cool, here's a $5. And they had this table there for all the stuff. And I put these 2 bags of rolls on the table. I take like 3 steps away from it, and somebody shouts, hey, somebody brought Hawaiian rolls in. And everybody that was there went there. And in like 10 seconds, I go back to the table, and it looked like a bunch of zombies had like tore open these things. Everyone was grabbing them. There were crumbs everywhere. It was a horrifying scene. And I was like, okay, I guess my parents do know what they're talking about. And then from there on, I just kept going to the Rhino, kept getting into that scene. Dylan Martin helped me out a lot. He was at the time with Wolfmouth.
Okay.
A couple of members of Wolfmouth I got to get to know. Art Scott was one of them. I think his name was Jake, was the guitarist for that. Got to know him too. Rhino got shut down. They opened up the hair hole. I never got to go to the hair hole. That was a weird part of my life. And then Dylan messaged me. It was like, hey, we got this place called PDM. Here's where it's at. Here's the opening of it. You should come by. And I'm like, hey, Aces, I'm coming. And then for probably about 2 or 3 years, every weekend I was at like PDM.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm kind of just here in Columbia. I've worked at JPS Productions.
Yeah.
I was in Lifeline for a little bit.
Yeah.
That was wild. I'm in the Propagators right now.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter does stuff. AG, that's her stage name. You don't get to know her real name. But AG is we have a show on the April 11th. Yeah. So if you guys want to go check out me and my daughter, April 11th.
And
so,
she is really
Sticky's
awesome
Cabana.
because we've
Dude,
already
she
got a
is-
chance to see her. So
right? She is crazy. She did all that herself.
Oh no way!
Yeah. So I was getting ready to be like, okay, you want to be a singer? Cool. Let me do everything for you.
Right.
Like a dad does.
Yeah.
And I start throwing her ideas, pitching her stuff, and she's like, hold on. She stopped me from talking. She's like, hold on, Dad, I already got this all planned. And I was like, do tell. Yeah. And she was like, I want to do these songs. I want you to sing these parts of the song, and I want to sing these parts of the song, and we're going to do it in this order. And I was like,
So she had the set list, everything.
she had everything. It was crazy. And I was like, okay.
That is so awesome.
And I kind of was just in the back, just letting her be creative.
Yeah.
And there would be a few things I'd be like, hey, I think we should do it this way instead of this way. And she'll be like, all right, let's try it out. And so she listened to my pitches, was like, we could try your pitch. And if she's not vibing with it, then she's like, no, she is. She's like, yeah, it's a good idea. So we did all that. We did that. Actually, before we did the show at Sticky's, she auditioned to sing the song Lights at her elementary school, and she made the cut.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, do you need help with that? She goes, no, I already know what I'm going to wear. I already know what I'm going to do. And I was like, cool. So I mixed the song for her because I had to edit it to shorten it. And we did it, and everyone loved it. And I was like, cool, in 2 weeks you have another show, and it's going to be like the real deal.
Yeah.
And I told her, I was like, if you're not feeling comfortable after this talent show, like, let me know. It's completely okay if you don't want to do it. She's like, no, I want to do it. Excuse me. And so I got all the music together. It was just a bunch of covers. She loves Linkin Park. She loves Taylor Swift, and she loves Ed Sheeran. So those were the 3 bands that we did.
Yep.
And yeah, she did great. She freaking crushed it. She just stood there though at the microphone.
At first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At first I
Yeah.
could tell when she kind of just got in the flow.
Yeah, she
just
started to dance a little bit. Yeah, I
it
was like, cool.
It was really cool.
And then in December we did kind of a house show.
Okay.
Us and the Propagators. And we opened. Her and I opened for the Propagators. And again, but it was like a bigger crowd.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and it was in like this empty warehouse that my friend owns, and there was a lot of people that she knew there, and like her best friend from school was there, so I think she was a little nervous, and so she just stood there, and I was like, crap. I was like, because we talked about her dancing and whatnot, and she was like, no, I'm just gonna stand here. And I was like, crap, that means I have to dance, and that means I have to jump around, and I have to be like, put your hands up, and I'll be like, turn my back to the crowd while she's singing. I'll whisper to her like, you gotta move.
Yeah.
Like you gotta do stuff where I'm like dancing, and I'll be close to her. I'll be like, you gonna move? And she'll be like, no. And I'm like, cool. So, but that worked out really well, and she really enjoyed that. We did different songs and a different setup on that one. And she liked it a lot. My youngest son, not my youngest, my second youngest, he joined us for the last song on that.
Nice.
Which is cool. I don't think he'll join us on the 11th.
Okay.
But because he's seen me do it, he's seen his sister do it. Now he's like, I want to do this, and I'm like,
oh, that is
okay,
so
cool. Like I'm cool with that. It's just that's a lot of
You gotta have,
work.
like everybody in the family.
Exactly. I gotta look at them and be like,
God.
guys, I have a life, like I can't.
Well, I mean, did your daughter just really learn how to do all that by kind of following you and other individuals in the music business that she knows and just absorbing?
Yeah,
everything?
so I've been showing her music stuff for years. Like I showed her like like Metallica and like Slayer videos. So like when she was like young, when she was like 1 and 2 years old, she knew show performance. When she was close to turning 3, like I showed her the Comancheros. You know, shout out to the Comancheros. But and for her 3rd birthday party, Tanner and John came to our house and did a private show for her. Right. And they thought that was she thought that was so cool. I have the video of that. My heart just, oh my gosh, every time I watch that video. And we go to every Comanchero show in Columbia. That's her favorite band. So I think it was less watching me and more of watching, especially when the Comancheros came into her life, more of watching people that she looked up to. You know, watching Tanner, watching John, and watching Mike up there. Bradley, when Bradley was there. And just all these people that she admired, and that, you know, they were, to her, they're like, they were her friends, and they were someone that she looked up to. And she saw them jumping around and dancing and putting on a show. And I think ultimately that's kind of when she was like, I want to do this. So I don't think it had anything to do with me. I think I had to do more with the Comancheros. So
well, at least she has you there to help her out. Now I do want to actually touch on something here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because throughout this conversation, you've mentioned 2 things. Okay. The production side of thing and the instrumental side.
Yes.
Now, which did you get into first? I'm assuming instrumental. And how did you get into production? Was it through recording songs, just being around people?
What? I guess the instrumental side I got into first. And I've been trying to start bands for freaking ever. And no one ever tells you that's the hardest part about being in a band is just friggin' starting it. And I got into the production side of things. Kind of started off with like stuff with Dylan and whatnot. Because right before PDM, he used to do a bunch of stuff at Cafe Berlin. Before they had the stage and everything. Before it was just like a 2-inch stage that was like smaller than this room.
I remember when they.
Yeah, you remember that. So Dylan used to do a lot of shows over there. And I would help him set up shows. I would help him take down, and I would help him with like mics and stuff like that. So that's kind of how I got into the production of things was Dylan. I owe a lot to Dylan. I've never told him that, and I should probably do that. And then, so having that experience, and then trying to do more music stuff. My buddy Jay was working for JPS Productions, and I saw that they were hiring for an intern, and I'm gonna put quotations around interns. But I messaged him and I was like, hey, like, is this thing legit? How do you like working there and whatnot? And he's like, yeah, if you want to know about it, reach out. So I reached out. Jason called me in an airport to interview me, which I thought was really weird. And I've never had the owner of a company call me in an airport and be like, hey, we gotta be really quick about this because I just landed. And I'm like, buddy, like, I'm on your time. Like, right? I'm trying. That's crazy. And I talked to him about, what I've done and what I kind of want to do. And he was like, cool. And, one thing led to another. And I ended up being on JPS and doing that production side. I started off doing photos, which was weird because I've never really done photography before. With my podcast, JC Radio, I had my own photographer there, and I would book him. But there was there were 2 times he couldn't make it, and one was actually doing photos for Navalra. And shout out to Navalra. They're freaking awesome. Scott Ames, yeah. We could talk about Scott Ames if you want. He's awesome. Love him to death. And Sprock. Yeah. So I did photos for Navalra, and then a little after that, my photographer couldn't make it to Lincoln, Nebraska, so I ended up going to do photos for August Burns Red. And I actually met August Burns Red that day. It was a very awkward encounter. I think I'll tell you guys off camera because it's a little embarrassing.
Yeah, we get it.
Yeah.
But I did photos for August Burns Red, and then August Burns Red actually liked my photos on social media. I was like, cool. So then I was like talking to Jason. I was like, yeah, I want to do this and this and this, but currently I'm doing photos. So I started doing photos for Jason and doing videos. I also did a music video while I was with JPS. I did a music video for Kai Gregory, who's a rapper up in Nebraska. And so I was like, yeah, I do videos too. And I ended up doing the music video, switching lanes for Trotter Water when I was with JPS, which that was a lot of fun and really tiring. So, and then Amberall, I did a video for them when I was with JPS. Okay. I did like it's like a 2-hour video or something like that of them playing live. That was fun.
We had them in concert. I think our second year.
Yeah.
It was.
I freaking loved Amberall. It sucks that they dissolved,
no
but like, I mean, I kind of get it.
Yeah.
But I mean, if someone were to be like, hey, Amberall is getting back together for like one night at like, I don't know, the kitchen or something like that. Freaking, I'm going.
Yeah.
You serious?
Yeah.
Freaking love those guys. That was good music. Bunch of music teachers getting together for making a band. Like, what doesn't sound cool about that?
Yeah.
So I did all that. I eventually started doing live production for JPS, which was fun. And I did a lot of shows in Jeff City, and this was like during the pandemic. So right outside of Jeff City, there's a place called the Watershed, and they didn't follow all the pandemic rules because they didn't have to. So cool. And then Diamond Music Hall, which is where I ended up meeting Topher and Johnny. Did a lot of shows up at Diamond Music Hall and got to do a lot of cool shows with different people up there. And just did a lot of live production with them, and that's what I did the most. I helped out Dark Below when they opened for Buck Cherry and Saliva. That was really fun and cool. Right? Yeah.
Oh man.
And then I did like podcast production stuff when I would interview Navalra, Doyle Wolfgang von Frankenstein, Static X, AC Slade. So I did a lot of production stuff from there. So a lot of it's just kind of just getting there.
What do you find, I guess, more difficult, and also, I guess, more pleasure in the live, or, actually other studio more,
I would say being a musician is more difficult.
Okay.
Yeah, especially when it comes to like setting up and taking down.
Okay.
Plus, like there's a lot of pressure on stage. Okay. It's one thing when I'm DJing like a wedding or a party and I have to like read the room, change the music and whatnot. It's another thing when it's like, hey, we have our set list, we have what music we play, we have how we play it, and then you look at the crowd and they're just like not really jiving with that, and you're like, fetch, like, I can't, like, my job isn't then to change what we're playing. You can't do that. My job is just to keep putting on a show, keep doing good, keep having a good time, and not let that get to me, because the second it gets to me as a performer and I start being all pissy and mad and playing like crap, then people are just going to hate me even more. I would much rather have like a stone face, no emotion show, and then people be like, yeah, it was pretty good, or that was okay, yeah, it was whatever, not my cup of tea, then me getting pissed off and afterwards being like, people being like, yeah, you suck, and like, why were you playing like trash? It's like, well, dang it.
So it sounds like then you very, very much think about I guess not just general optics, but your own personal ethics, morals, how you conduct yourself in public.
Yeah,
it sounds like you're very intentional with your actions.
Yeah, I try to be very honest with other people and myself. Like like we were talking about religion before. I'm a huge religious guy. Jackie Falls religious. Everybody.
And I didn't even know that at first, and I think that's why it interests me so much, because so many people, unfortunately, either believe the stereotype, if you believe this, then you must only act or look this way. But at the same time, it interests me because I've met so many people who stepped outside of it, and I always wonder, what's made you not buy into I must fit the stereotype versus just I must follow what I believe in and what my religion teaches me.
I think that all started when I was a teenager, but I think that starts as a teenager for everybody. So, so like, I don't know, that's interesting. So a lot of my friends growing up were not of my religion, and some of them I don't think are of religions.
It's about like your friends now.
Yeah, a lot like my friends now.
A lot of different religions are
Dude,
not.
and it's so funny. Okay, so like I brought up Scott Ames. Okay, I'll talk about this because I bring this up a lot, especially when people talk about like diversity and whatnot. I'm like, so Scott, he's one of my best friends. I love that guy to death, and he is not a religious guy at all.
No,
he was the guitarist for Thy Antichrist, like. And the vocalist to Vital Remains, who has a song called De-Christianize, which has one of the coolest guitar solos I have ever heard in my life. And then there's me, who's like, I go to church every Sunday. I read my scriptures and study the gospel every day, you know? And it's just like, why won't we be friends? Right. Here's the thing. We both love music. We both love barbecue, right? We both love to just vibe and have a good time. We like sports. You know, everything checks off the list as to why we're great friends. Some days, you know, he's the type of guy I could go to just vent or talk about something, and like vice versa. We have a good, loving relationship, and it's weird that like a lot of people in the world right now are just like, you shouldn't be because you believe in God and he doesn't. So the freak what?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
If you're a good person and you're not, you know, like a psychopath or something like that, you know, let's vibe, let's hang out.
Yeah.
You know, if we don't click, we don't click. That has nothing to do with God.
I think that goes into kind of like a part of some of the other stuff we're talking about too, like just the fact that religion, that's about, well, at least in the Christian sphere, talking about what the scripture actually said. It said that it's a personal relationship.
Yeah, it is.
So why are we judging? So I think that kind of speaks, John, to your relationship with people in groups in the music community, because you aren't just living it from the general biblical standpoint of not judging.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that respect that you show other people is what you're seeing being returned to you, honestly.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what I would say on that.
Yeah, I mean, like, it just bugs me when people are like, hey, like, you're a Latter-day Saint. Shouldn't you, you know, aren't you like one part of those Utah people and whatnot? I'm like, first of all, I'm in Missouri. Second of all, I don't know what me being a good Christian has to do with like me listening to Slipknot.
Right.
Like, you know, or hey, I'm wearing a Lamb of God shirt right now.
Yeah.
You know, like whatever. Like, I don't know what that has to do with anything. You know, I'm still keeping to my covenants that I made with God. I'm still living the standards of a Latter-day Saint. I'm still very open about preaching the gospel. I still study the gospel. Not once in any of our scriptures does it say, hey, don't listen to rock and roll. You know, it's a very personal thing. It really is. And you know, our religion says, it says, if you question anything or if you're unsure about things, pray to Heavenly Father about it. You have a personal relationship to him. Our relationships to Heavenly Father are all different. He knows what's best for us. And you know, if I was iffy in high school, it was like, hey, Heavenly Father, should I stop listening to Slipknot? And I really felt, you know, through the Spirit that, hey, this really isn't the best for you, then sure, I'll stop. I've done that with bands. I've been like, hey, should I stop listening to this band? Is it really going to affect me? Or has it been affecting me? And there's bands I've stopped listening to because of that.
I think it's not even just like because I think some people really get into the whole religious aspect of it.
Yeah.
Like, is this a sin to listen to it or not? But honestly, sometimes it may not be that the band's horrible or anything. It's just the music's not good for you.
Exactly.
Whether it's your mental health or your soul.
I'm not gonna criticize anybody for the music they listen to. I used to, but now I listen to country music. So. Right? But
it's okay. Look,
it's
no,
okay.
you need to talk to Cabana Mama about that. So I think she'll love you even more now that.
Oh,
you
shit,
listen
when
to
did you
country
get
music.
here?
Yeah, she snuck in.
Oh,
Cabana Mama's here, y'all.
I love you.
Yeah.
I was talking about you the other day with a few friends, actually. I don't remember what the conversation was, but I was like, you came up with a conversation, and I was just like, she's the best. So. Yeah, that's what it was. I mean, that was the conclusion of the conversation, was that you were the best. So
we all love Miss Tennis. Cabana Mama.
So the name Jackie Fall.
Yeah. What in the world did that? Let's
Where
get
in the
back
world
to
did that come from?
Yes, that is very different than your actual
Here,
name.
I brought the shirts. 1 second.
Yeah.
Well, I have the apron.
We have the shirts back here. Okay.
I got the apron so people could see my symbol real quick.
Yeah.
So there's the apron I wear. This was motivated or inspired by the great Dominic Mysterio, the wrestler, who wears an apron when he wrestles. I thought that was the coolest thing ever. So I have my own apron. And then here's the shirt that I made. Here's the full symbol.
Yeah.
Jackie Fall. And I'll just put that on my lap right there.
Yeah, there you go.
So I always wanted a female name.
Okay.
You have Marilyn Manson, Alice Cooper, Wednesday 13. I like the fact that they had female names. I wanted to stick with J, just because it'd be easy, since my name's John. And I was trying to figure out a good name, and I met Jackie from Mushroom Head one day. Yeah, she is so cool. She's one of those people where, like, she's as cool in real life as she is on social media. Like, she's an honest person as to who she is.
Nice.
And I got to hang out with her for a bit. And then after that show, I kind of talked to her for a bit on social media. It wasn't long or anything. And I was like, she's like the coolest, baddest chick, man. So I'm gonna kind of name me after her and just stick with Jackie.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah, so it's got the J in it. It's a female name, and she's the coolest son of a gun out there. So I was a Jackie. The fall part has to do with the symbol.
Okay.
So I have a friend. I did a show, and I have a friend who essentially has this tattooed on them.
Okay.
And so I made a shirt with this symbol to make fun of them. And I'm not going to out who this person is, but their name may be a synonym to the word fall.
Okay.
So I made this symbol, put the word fall in it. I had it right here. I didn't tell them that I was doing that. I told their significant other, and they were like, that's hilarious. I was like, cool. As long as you think it's funny, maybe they'll think it's funny. And so I did a whole show. They kept looking at my shirt, being like, wait a minute.
Nah.
And then after the show, I show up and I was like, what's up? And they were like, nice shirt. I go, thank you. So I was like, you get it? And they go, yep, that's it's my tattoo and that's my name. I looked at those photos from that show for like a month, and I was like, I need to do something with the word fall besides make fun of my friend for it. So I made that my last name.
Okay.
And that's where Jackie Fall came from.
Okay.
The first part, kind of cool, kind of serious. The last part and the symbol, literally just to troll a friend of mine.
Yeah.
And now it's stuck, and I was like, that's pretty cool, actually.
Oh, my goodness.
So that's where that came from.
Love it.
Yeah, it's a good time. So
Yeah, that's
Oh,
perfect.
man.
I freaking love it. But before that, my name was actually, gosh, I'll say this. My name was Jackie Johncock before that.
Okay.
Okay.
Right? Johncock was a nickname that was given to me by Native State, the band from St. Louis. They gave it to me at a JPS show they were at that I was working. Just because. We'll just say because. Just because.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a last name, and they were like, should be Jackie Johncock, and then your nickname could be JJ. And I was like, it's creative, sure. And so I'm glad I had a friend with a sense of humor that I could change my last name from Johncock to Fall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think that's a little bit.
Yeah.
but
Oh my goodness, you have some stories to tell. Oh my gracious,
I got a lot of fun stories.
The amount of people you've met too, just like and I talked to, I interviewed, hung out with, like that's so casual.
You know what the scariest person was that I interviewed?
Ew.
It was Doyle.
Okay.
Doyle
Really?
from Frankenstein. Yeah.
You
He was that dude. You know how people are like, oh yeah, the camera adds like 10 pounds or whatever like that.
Yeah.
Dude, not with him.
Oh.
The camera did not do justice as to how ginormous this guy is. This dude, like everyone's like, yeah, of course he's a buff guy, like whatever. Bro, sit closer than we are from him.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, he was scary, and he kept the makeup on and everything when we interviewed him. So that was even like a little scarier.
So he kept the whole persona going.
Everything
the entire
going.
day.
And I made the mistake of telling him he was our first interview ever.
Oh.
And I was like, crap. And I made a joke. I was like, hey, yeah, this should be good, huh?
Yeah.
He's on his bed. We're in his trailer. He's on his bed, on his phone. He looks up from his phone, gives me the most serious face anyone's ever given me, and goes, yeah, it better be good. And then goes back to this phone. I look at my camera guy and I was like, we just need to go. Like
Yeah.
we need to say sorry for wasting your time. We are in over our heads. We got to go. Right as I'm about to tell my co-host, like, let's just forgive and forget, he goes, all right, mics are set up, let's do this. And I was like, gosh.
And then you're committed to it.
Yeah. And then Alex Story joined us for that interview.
Oh.
And he wasn't supposed to. We were only cleared to interview Doyle.
Okay.
All of a sudden, the tour manager goes, you guys want Alex too? And we're like, and Doyle's like, yeah, you want Alex too? We're like, okay, yeah, sure. They effed with us that whole interview.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it was just because I told him we were the 1st one. I took every answer he said serious as a car accident. No.
Oh boy.
I went, what kind of hair gel do you have? He gave me a bullcrap answer. I went, cool, I'll look for that in stores. You know, just serious about it. The interviews online, it's JC Radio, Doyle Wolfgang von Frankenstein interview. You'll find it. 2 hours later, I get a text message from his touring manager. We're at like Denny's or something, and he goes, hey, the guys just wanted you to know that was probably their funnest interview they've ever done. And I was like, we did it. We could die happy now. I'm done.
Like when you do, when you used to, I don't know if you still kind of as much do stuff like that, but like when you would do those interviews, would you have a script?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, like
Doyle actually helped us with that.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
it's like, it sounds like you were just like really fun and bouncing those things off, or was it kind of like planned to ask about hair gel or makeup or anything?
I forgot I had a script.
Oh. Okay.
So we were told what we couldn't bring up with Doyle from his PR.
Okay.
Which makes sense.
Yeah,
He's lived a great life.
Yeah.
And so I had my gyp sheet there and whatever, and I kept this in the interview. If you look it up, but I had a question for him. I forgot what I was going to say, and I was even like, I forgot what I was going to say. I forgot. I'm sorry. And Doyle goes, well, don't you have a gyp sheet? And I go, yeah, I got it right here. He goes, well, then just use the gyp sheet, dude. You don't have to guess.
Yeah.
Or like wonder.
Yeah.
So, and like the rest of the time, me and my buddy were just bouncing off of each other's questions, having fun with Alex and Doyle. I haven't talked to Doyle since then. I've talked to Alex a little bit. Mm-hmm. I'm hoping to get back into it. I haven't done it in a while, but I want to get back into it, and I kind of want to reconnect with Alex. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I have a pitch meeting with my old podcast next week.
Okay.
And to see if we get that, and I want to pitch to them.
So you really like that interaction with not just the audience, obviously on stage, but you really like interacting on that level with musicians.
Dude, I like people. I mean, like, I don't like jerks.
Well,
you know, if you're gonna be an a-hole to me, like, I don't want to be about you. But like,
Right,
if you're a cool guy, like, yeah, let's freaking do it. Let's get to know each other. Let's hang out. Let's have different experiences. Life is meant to be experienced.
Truth.
You know.
Yes.
And if I can meet, you know, if I could meet AC Slade, have a good time with him, have him interrupt the circle he's in to talk to me personally after the show.
Okay.
And then I get to look at all those people and be like, what's up? And then AC Slade look at me later and go, hey, let's keep in touch.
Yeah.
You best to this day, I'm texting him happy birthday, man. Like that's experiencing life. That's having a good time. I know a lot of people think it's like, oh, you're just bragging, you know, you're freaking dropping names like AC Slade. First of all, I get to drop a name like AC Slade because I lived my life to that point. Second of all, I'm not trying to brag or anything. I'm just letting you know, like, anyone could do this. You just have to kind of just work for it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, people don't
and also be a
work for
person
it.
who can actually show respect and build rapport. 'Cause
Yeah.
I know people who've been like, yeah, I can do this, I can do that, but they cannot connect with people in a way that they could even sit down and have a normal conversation, let alone an interview or book a show or anything like that.
Well, that's the hard thing, because like when you meet different, even like local like rock stars or artists and whatnot, you know, and if they're well known, like they start to understand what attention celebrity type of stuff is like, even if it's just like local Columbia, Missouri only celebrity, like like whatever, like you're a Columbia, Missouri celebrity, and they start to learn what all that looks like. So yeah, no, I'm not gonna freaking be like, oh, you're freaking, are you Tanner Jones from the Comancheros? Oh my gosh. And I'm not just gonna stay, you know, keep talking to Tanner because, you know, he did my daughter a favor and he's in the Comancheros. No, like the when I talk to people like that, I'm like, hey, how's this? Like, because the thing is, people don't realize, like, people are just people.
They're just regular human beings.
That's all
Put
it
their
is.
pants on just like everybody else, one leg at a time.
Yeah.
They still got to go through the human experience.
The amount of struggles rock stars go through that people don't even know about is wild to me. And I had talked to a friend about that when I started getting into all this. And he was like, yeah, they're just people. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but like, people are going through so much right now. Every band I've ever worked with, every rock star I've ever worked with, everyone I've ever talked to, I have had some sort of conversation with them that I'm like, they are real people. They are going through so much crap. And I'm happy that I get to be the one to talk to them about that. Are they saying we're done with time?
No, so
okay.
We just need to take a quick break.
Oh.
All right, so you know, we're back here and everything, and with Mr. John over here, and
who's Mr. John?
Who's Mr. John?
Mr. John.
So, John, you know, tell us, you know what you've been up to here recently, or in and around the Columbia area.
Besides work and living and raising a family, no.
Yeah.
So, oh, gosh. So I'm doing propagator stuff. We just got a new drummer.
Yep.
His name's Eric. He is awesome. He's actually talented.
Yeah, there you go.
He actually knows how to play his instrument. So now, gosh darn, now we actually got to learn how to play our instrument.
You have to learn to play. Yeah.
Dang it. We're hoping he's a quick learner.
Is he?
But I mean, like, decades and decades of drumming will make you do that.
Sure.
So we're hoping something soon. Within the next few months with Propagators. Of course, got my daughter's show, April 11th.
April 11th, yeah. That's up at our winter location up in Jacksonville.
Yep.
Yeah, that's going to be very exciting. We're excited about that. I am currently saving up money to do studio time with John. And going to try to finally record my passion project I've had since middle school.
Okay. What's
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's a while, man.
Yeah, and I play people music for that all the time, and they're like, it's freaking amazing. And I'm like, oh thank you.
Do you still tweak any of it, or you just, it is what it is, the song's good, and keep it like that?
There's 2 songs I still kind of mess with, just because inspiration through all the years. But a lot of them, I'm like, you know what? I just need to stop touching it. It's good how it is, and whatever.
You know, as a person who is not a musician like that, because I played instruments, all that stuff, but I am not a stage performer by any means. So I always wonder. I hear remakes of songs, or not remakes, but like remixes of songs by the same artist, you know, 5, 10, 20 years later.
Yeah.
You know, is that a typical thing that at some point, not just because life has changed, but you see the song differently, the same essence, but you just want to do it a bit differently, you know, after some time's passed?
I don't know, because I haven't really experienced that yet.
Okay. Yeah.
I do understand the attraction to remastering and to revisit things that are like nostalgic, old. Like, I understand the business side of it, but I also understand like the personal side of it. I recently remembered a song I wrote. It was like one of the first songs I wrote in like middle school, and I was like, oh, see if I remember this. I started dabbling with it again, and I was like, oh, okay, that was fun, and going through memory lane. But as far as that specifically concerned, like, I have no idea. I've never experienced that. So
I just wondered, because I mean that's quite a ways between middle school and now, and I just know sometimes things change. So
the biggest thing that changes is that a lot of the songs aren't about girls anymore. So there's that.
Yeah, because I was thinking that's a long time, and thoughts about, you know, life change after middle school.
Yeah, being in middle school and high school. And there's one song that still might be about one specific girl. And aren't you married yet? My wife knows about her. Just someone I had a crush on since like 3rd grade.
Yeah.
She's one of my oldest friends.
Yeah,
actually, I've known her since 3rd grade, so it was 2002ish. Yeah, so I've known her for like over 20 years. Had a crush on her, a fetch, some could say, even to this day. But
so should we be looking forward to hearing more and more of these songs?
Yeah. I'm hoping by November. The goal's 3 songs.
Okay.
By
3.
November.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay.
So you said 2002, 3rd grade. Okay. You're right, 3rd grade.
Yeah.
Correct? Yeah. So, you know, we always like to do a little bit of lightheartedness, you know, in the podcast as well.
Trying to figure out my age?
Yeah. So all of us beforehand had kind of guessed on how old we think you are. Well, with that,
what was your guess?
I said 37, 38.
Okay, what was your guess?
I'm almost afraid I might offend you now. I said 42.
42?
Yeah, we're a little off.
Gosh.
Hey, I'm way older than that. If nobody knows, I just turned 49.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought you were like 42.
I know most people say
Okay.
late 30s, early 40s. No, I'm almost a half century.
I'm a little offended by both of those. I'm 32 years old.
Really?
Who was the closest
The
with that?
camera lady.
She
That's
was.
what's
She said
up.
34.
So, the camera lady that was in here doing beef footage,
Yeah.
she said 32.
Oh, she did. So she got it.
I like her.
Okay.
She was awesome. I hope she's still around when we're done.
Yeah.
Speaking of, this place is so cool.
Yeah.
I've never been in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to this place. We
Midwest.
really
Yeah.
we've
This-
really found a great place.
Like, I kind of want to like pitch this idea to my podcast now.
Yeah.
And be like, hey, let's try this place.
Yeah, it's kind of a neat little setup, you know, for sure.
Oh yeah,
is.
if anyone's wondering, I got my gyp sheet.
Yeah.
After
Okay.
talking about Doyle, I was like, I should probably do this because I talk too much. So
We brought up a lot
You know
of
what? Age
things.
was on there. We're just going to cross that out right there.
Yeah.
There we go. There we
Wasn't
go.
sure if I was going to talk about my project, but we could cross that out. And this place is super cool. We're going to cross that out too. There you go.
We could go back, and I did see one thing
you
up
want-
there. You Lifeline.
Yep, that's where I was going.
See, because I was just thinking, you kind of had already mentioned it earlier, and I was just chuckling because we talked about it a little. That was the first time I'd ever even seen you.
That was the first time I went to the Cabana.
Yeah, I mean,
Lifeline.
it was a lot of firsts, that particular show for a lot of us, and we're all still doing stuff together, and that's just really awesome.
That was like my first legit show I've
Really?
ever done. Yeah.
Oh,
Not
I
a lot of people
did
knew that.
Not know.
Also, another thing a lot of people don't know, when I jumped off the stage that day,
Yeah.
I hurt my back.
Oh,
You're not the only person that hurt herself coming off that
Right?
stage.
yeah.
And Noah was like don't do it. And I would talk to him through the show, like, he's like, no. And then before I last, because that was the last song, I looked at him, I was like, I'm going to do it. He's just like, whatever. And then I jump off, and I think there's footage of it. I'm on the ground for a while.
Yeah.
That's because I'm trying to figure out how the heck I'm going to get back on stage.
Yeah.
Because I just hurt my back.
I was wondering.
Yeah. And then I finally, when there was a pause in the song, that's why I just take my guitar and I just get back on stage. I go behind Dean, and I'm right next to Noah, and Noah's like, you okay? I was like, nope, hurt my back. And he's like, you idiot. I told you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, there's a reason why we don't encourage jumping from that particular stage.
yeah. And and I found out at the She Shed there's I assumed there were 2 rules that were invented because of me.
Uh-oh.
That no more hanging or climbing on the
On the stage.
on the stage, and no more shooting water everywhere on the stage.
Oh, yep. Yeah.
I will admit, before I did that, where's Wolf? Before I did that, I told Wolf, hey, you need to move this stuff because I'm about to pour water on myself and go crazy. And then I did that show with Kenny there like a few months later, and it was like, hey, we got some new rules around here. Stop climbing and hanging off the stage and stop throwing water everywhere. And I was like, oops. So whatever.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay. It's okay. It was still a good show.
It was fun. It was good.
I enjoyed it.
I want to go back to Lifeline real quick, though.
Yes.
If I had any regrets to my whole music adventure, I don't call it a career, I call it an adventure. Leaving Lifeline was it.
Yeah.
I should have, not because of like where they're at now and stuff like that. I should have asked for a break instead of full out quitting. And I know they were upset with me for that. We had just started vibing. I helped them write 2 songs. It was great. I was in a weird spot in life. I just had my 3rd kid. Work was work. It was crazy. I just quit JPS, and that's a whole nother thing we could get into. And immediately, like a month later, I texted Hunter and I was like, I am so sorry I left. And I knew at that point I couldn't be like, can I come back?
Right.
Yeah.
Because that wouldn't be fair for anybody.
Yeah.
And my biggest regret was leaving Lifeline. I should have asked for a break. I should have stuck with it. They know this. I had apologized to them all. It's really cool where Logan's at. I think it's great that I quit in another sense because they wouldn't have had Logan. They wouldn't have had the musical amazingness they have now if I was probably still around. But yeah, I wish I stuck through it a bit longer. But I love them so much. I still know some of the songs.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to convince Propagators to do Serenade, which I think would... The agreement is if we learn Serenade, I want to do a show with Lifeline. I want to open for Lifeline, and I want our last song to be Serenade, and not tell them.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
Well, you know what they always say. You know, one of the greatest honors as a musician, as a band, is to have your song played by another.
Probably not by us, but yes.
I think they still get a kick out of it, though.
I did Serenade once. Remember that?
Yeah.
It was for I forgot what show it was, but it was just me, and I did Serenade, and that was so much fun.
It was a lot of fun.
I mean, we're gonna cross the Lifeline off, but we're
getting to be a comedian up here now.
that was fun. I like doing because Logan was at that show, and Logan was. He said it was so cool to see somebody do one of the songs he did.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey man, it was fun to do.
It's just crazy. We see you all over the place. Do this group, this person. Every time I look up, there's John.
Well, with that Trotter Water show, with that that show that we had, they were like, yeah, we've got this guy coming in that's he plays guitar and he does rock and he's from here in Columbia. I said, oh yeah, what's his name? And they said, well, his name's John. I said, I said, I know exactly who that is. And they're like, yeah, he's coming in to play. And I'm like, okay. He knows where he's going.
I think that was, you kind of presented it to us that way, too. And we're like, oh, He's playing with the. Okay, it's done.
That was a dream come true. I've always wanted to play with Trotterwater. I was in studio with him when he did his album and when he did the song Switching Lanes.
Oh.
Yeah.
And so I got to see that process. And that was really cool. And in the studio, he came up to me and he was like, "We need to collab. We need to do something." And that was like years ago.
Okay.
And so when I saw he was doing something at the She Shed, I was like, "Hey, do you want to do this? I would love to." And he was like, "Yes, let's do it."
It turned out awesome.
And then I got to play with Jay from Dark Below.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I've always wanted to play with Jay.
Yeah.
So I knocked off like 2 things off my list that day.
Yeah.
The Cabana has helped me knock a lot of things off my list.
That's great.
Like I got to play with Mad Existence
Yeah.
at your graduation
At my
show.
graduation.
That I'm not going to go into stories. I would love to, but that was incredible. There was a time we were playing a song together. I think it was a Bullet from a Valentine song. I thought the lead singer of Mad Existence was still playing guitar. I look over at him. His guitar's off, and I'm like, "Oh shoot, that's me!" I was like, I thought he was playing because I was looking at their other guitarist Tim, and we were just jamming together. And I go look over, and I was like, "Oh shoot, this is okay." I was like, "That's me."
So was that one of those moments when you just recognize like your efforts were paying off, and dang, I've gotten to this level.
Yeah, and the fact that it's just you on the stage.
Yeah.
And when you don't think about it, I thought he was playing the whole time. It turns out he was like, I didn't play for like 2 songs.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, I thought that was you playing, dude. He's like, no, that was you. I was like,
2 songs.
Shit.
You didn't realize it for 2 songs.
No, because I
You
was
were
in the zone, man. I was in the zone. I was in the moment. That's what I love about being on stage.
Yeah.
That when you're in that zone stage moment, I think the Pixar movie Soul really shows visually what it means to be in the moment. And when I saw that, I was like, that's exactly how I'm on stage. I'm just in the moment. I'm having fun. It's just me on the stage, me in the bit. Doesn't matter who it is. Lifeline, Mad Existence.
I can kind of see that though, because I sit there because you know how me and Sticky sitting there, we cutting up behind y'all the whole time. But I watch all of y'all and I see how each of y'all is in the moment. And when you're playing your guitar, it's just like you and the song and your instrument.
Yeah.
So
it's fun.
That explains it. It really is.
So tell us what you got coming up. Anything coming up?
Yes.
Just the only thing I got coming up now. I have that pitch meeting with my podcast next week. That's hopefully that'll be a big thing. If I start doing interviews, I'll probably reach out to you for an interview.
Okay.
Because I would love
to.
I would love to role play with you a little bit.
I've done a few. I can promise you. Yeah.
So I got that pitch meeting coming up next week. Hopefully something great comes of that. I got my daughter's show. Papa Gators, hoping fall time maybe. We got something coming up. We got to start reaching out. And then that passion project of mine.
Okay.
That's about it.
That's about it on there. So how can they find you?
Yes.
Papa Gators. Just search Papa Gators. It's literally spell alligator, but keep the part out and just do Papa. P-A-P-A.
You have one for Jackie Fall as well?
I don't yet.
Not yet?
No, I don't have one for Jackie Fall. AG, she doesn't have one yet.
Okay.
I don't know if I'll ever do that. And not until I have something of my own.
Sure.
If I start playing with other bands more, maybe.
Yeah.
But I just don't want to, be like, hey, here's me when I was in Lifeline. Here's me in Papa Gators, a cover band. Hey, here's that one time I played with Kenny. I'm like, I feel like I'm really fishing for likes and follows at that point.
I get you.
I'd like to actually have something active, and then I'll post all that other stuff up.
Yeah.
Oh, here's me with Doyle Wolfgang von Frankenstein. Has nothing to do with my music career, but here it is.
Right.
Here it is.
I'm not about that. Hey, really quick, the production of this right now.
Yeah.
Why the flip do I have this microphone?
I don't know.
You guys got all the nice ones. I was like, oh shoot, I get to use one of these nice things, and then the production guy's like, here you go, and I was, son of a gun.
It's okay.
That's whatever. I had production on there.
This is podcast on a budget.
Yeah.
Podcast on a budget. Sometimes things don't match, unfortunately.
I'm just glad I'm on this end of things, and I'm not on the behind the scenes end.
Yeah.
Because that's stressful.
Yes.
It can be.
Yes.
It
Yes.
can
So
be.
especially, dude. Okay, really quick story. I promise. When we were interviewing Doyle, they put their dog on us, Trixie Lou. Look up Trixie Lou, social media. Okay. Anyways, this dog went to town on my arm. And they did that on purpose. Trixie Lou was going to town on my buddy's arm, and he was getting really uncomfortable with it. And I don't know why my thought was like, I'll take the butt end of this. And I was like, come here, Trixie. And she just starts going to town on my arm. But I said I was going to treat this interview as serious as a car accident. I did.
Yeah.
Trixie Lou was wearing a full leather jacket at the beginning of that interview. By the end of that interview, she had humped her way out of that jacket and was completely naked on my arm. The reason I bring the story up, we had the Zoom recorder there, and she was going at it. She kept stepping on the Zoom recorder. And I didn't know that. I'm just trying not to get pregnant and talk to Doyle and Alex, right? And my buddy realized it. We get done with the interview. Thank you so much. We get our picture. Thank you so much again. You guys have a good rest of your tour. Thank you for your time. We're a little starstruck afterwards. We get to the car. My buddy looks at me and goes, "Hey, we might have lost that whole interview." I was like, what the flip does that mean? He goes, Trixie Lou kept going at it with you and I guess the recorder at the same time and kept stepping on it. And I don't know if she hit the button. And I was like,
oh no.
Why didn't you say something in the middle of that?
Yeah.
He was like, I was too scared.
That's rough.
So, but luckily she didn't. She kept it there. But like, I understand the stress of producing and all this stuff too. But
we at least don't have a horny dog with us today.
I do, and I feel real left out. Actually, I wish there was a horny dog.
Well, we will find a small dog to put on your arm next time we see you.
You should get one of the. You should get one of the staff members from.
Yeah, that might be interesting.
We need to find a tiniest here. Just latch onto his arm or leg or something.
But
that's been
you
a
said,
good
you reach out through Propagators on YouTube. Do y'all have a way for them to reach out to you?
Get rid of that.
Yeah.
I don't need that either. Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we have an email. What is our email?
I don't know.
I don't know what my email is actually. I know I have the email. I send emails on it. I don't know our email. What is our email?
That's the bad thing about electronics. Everything's like automatically putting it in there, so we don't even have to
remember them.
type the entire thing out.
All right, so it's papagators.music@gmail.com.
There you go.
I didn't make that email. I would have just done papagators@gmail, and I'm real concerned if somebody out there has that email.
It probably does.
That's weird.
It'll be
So,
interesting.
did you know that name Papagators was an accident?
Was it?
Yeah.
No.
I made a joke that we should be called the Prosperers, and somebody went the Popperers, and I was like, what? No, Prosperers, and then somebody else went Papagator, and then someone was like, oh, I like that Papagator because we're all dads, and we're like Gators.
Gators.
And I was like, what? And then a week later they were like, yeah, so Papagators, and I was like, oh, y'all were being serious. Okay. So
It works. It works.
they're all
Definitely.
because I made a stupid joke.
I was actually really curious. I was thinking about that a couple of months ago. I'm like, how? It doesn't make sense. How?
Yeah, I like how Jackie Fall actually was some thought into it,
Yeah.
and then
That one was just an accident.
Papagators was me
Just came.
making a joke at somebody mishearing me.
Do you have any shout outs you'd like to do?
Yeah.
I think I gave all the shout outs I can.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing: just go support local talent.
Yes.
I know the saying is go support local music. Just support local talent.
Yeah.
Go to Rockbridge High School and Hickman High School. And Battle High School. They have plays and musical talent stuff and stuff open to the public. Go support that.
We actually do have
know?
quite a bit of local things. I'm glad you said that because we have local theaters and singing, all sorts of.
My favorite show at back when Dylan was still doing stuff at Cafe Berlin. It was a show. There was a band coming in, and there was an art gallery going on at the same time. Because somebody reached out to Dylan and was like, "Hey, I'm gonna be at the show. Can I show off all my art? It's great art." And he was like, "Heck yeah, like do that." It was really good art, and there was something about listening to local underground music and watching and just admiring local underground art and at the same time, and then just being with a bunch of friends and people that appreciate both.
Yeah.
And talk about diversity too. Between that, you had people that have never been to an underground show before. You had people that have never been to like an underground art show before. You had people that would never mingle unless that thing, and it was super cool. So
cool.
Just support local talent.
That's what we've seen definitely with the Cabana, you know, and I think that's what we love, bringing in so many different artists, and definitely how we ended up with, you know, Lifeline and you playing with them and you coming back so many times. I mean, it's so
the
wonderful.
food trucks that you guys have there too. Like I would have known about a bunch of those food joints if it wasn't for you guys.
And shout out to Ben Watkins. Speaking of that food truck,
right? But
this has been a fun one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Well, John, definitely appreciate you on, man.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys. Third time's a charm.
Third time's
We've been trying to do it, but
it took three tries to get me here, and I'm finally here.
You're finally here.
Well, it was a treat. I'm so glad we finally got a chance to do this.
I'm really happy to be here. We should do it again sometime.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Well, till next time.
Thanks, guys.